Alright, good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. So, if you saw last night's video, the one that I posted late last night, and you felt the anger in that video, congratulations. You tapped into the energy for sure. Somebody is pissed off. And I'm not an angry person. I'm not angry at anyone at all. Nobody. Maybe myself a little, but not so much that I would rage like that. So somebody I picked up on is really angry. And I understand, I feel you. I did feel you strongly. But here's the thing about anger that we have to understand. Anger is a secondary emotion. And it's just scratching the surface of the real problem. Because when you move all that anger out of the way, what you have is the inner child. And this is the problem with why we can't get to the inner child work. Because I guess some of us are angry because of the things that have happened to us. The songs that came through were Sinner, that Santana Everlast thing. All you sinners, put your lights on. Leave your lights on. There's a monster under my bed, and he's whispering in my ear. And there's an angel with her hand on my head, telling me I have nothing to fear. So it's like you have this duality. You must probably be a Gemini, maybe, or have it very heavily in your chart, is what I'm guessing. I didn't get any sleep last night. Well, I did. Let me take that back. The sleep I got, though, didn't feel like sleep. I finally fell asleep at around 4 a.m., only to have the weirdest dream ever. In this dream, I had met somebody new, and I was comfortable enough with them to sleep with them, have sex with them, which in itself was just very bizarre because it's been such a long time since I've done that with anyone. And this person, it was like they were with me, but they kept leaving me. They kept leaving me and coming back and leaving and doing this and that and the other and coming back. And then they said to me, whenever I have time, we'll just spend extravagantly on anything you want. Like, I'm going to throw my money at you because I don't have time to spend with you. But I do want to keep you around because the sex was really good. That kind of thing. And I woke up bawling my eyes out. Bawling my eyes out. I didn't want any of it. I don't even know why I dreamed it. I was like, where is this coming from? I'm like, am I trying to mentally figure out what life looks like alone? Am I trying to find a way to not do life alone? Because that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm going to remain. I won't go through that shit, I can promise you that, not anytime soon, because the dream, if nothing else, let me know I'm nowhere near ready for any of that. Anyway, we have to do something about the anger. The songs that came through were, like I said, Santana. And then we had Good As You by Kane Brown. And if you've ever heard that, he's singing about his old lady or girlfriend or whoever and how good she is and how she takes care of her mama and that he just wants to stay here in this bed and never leave I love you left unsaid. He wants to be good as you because somehow you've managed to figure out how to be good. And this person, I guess, maybe couldn't do that because the next song was Sinner by Aaron Lewis, and it was talking about I'm going to sit here in my hole until Jesus saves my soul, and all these demons around me, I don't even know. Anyway, so I would highly suggest, if you have all that anger built up inside, to get a therapist to help you work through that. Because until you get that layer out of the way, you're not gonna get to your core, where there's pain, there's hurt, and you've built up this defense mechanism called anger. And we all have moments of anger, because anger is denial. It's a coping skill, if you will, to keep you from feeling how hurt you are, because some things are just too hard to see or experience again and again and again. Like unimaginable trauma is what we're dealing with when we start getting into that level of anger and rage. There's been some kind of major injustice in your life, and you probably deserve revenge. You probably do deserve revenge, but you probably won't ever get it. And so by continuing to remain angry and not heal, you're only allowing yourself to be re-victimized over and over and over again, because you have to live with this person that you've become. And you don't want to be this person. And it came out in a couple of the readings yesterday that somebody was very angry. Maybe that's what I need, is to get pissed off, like I went through that phase though. I did. I went through that phase. When I first left Wayne, I went through the anger. And I think I was in the denial when he died. I think I was still in that denial phase, thinking, there was a part of me that knew I could go home if I needed to. And I still can go home if I need to, but now I have to be a big girl and take care and be responsible for home, unless I want it to, be taken away. And they don't make land anymore, so I better hang on to what I got, because times could get real tough. Times could get real tough before they get better. Alright, so I don't know what this reading is going to be about, but those were the songs I got, and somebody's incredibly angry, and I had a horrible night's rest, so I'm very tired. Girl, what do you want to do? Let's see what comes out of the tarot first. Alright, Spirit, how are you working in our lives today? Y'all, how is this happening again? We got hope again. Alright, let's try to do it a little calmer today. We got hope again. Spirit is saying we have hope. And look, we also have a new start. So that means that we finally closed out the old cycle. Or guess what? The universe closed out the old cycle. So let me explain something to you about that. When the universe closes out a cycle like that, if you're not ready to move forward, you get stuck there. And you have to stay there pretty much usually until the next go-round to get out. So anything that you left behind is probably not coming with you at this point. Just saying. So there's hope for you to take a risk. You finally, you had claw marks in it. You held on to it for dear life, but you let go of something overnight, or the universe decided it was time for you to move on. And therefore, I really think that's probably the case. The universe was like, we can't wait for you anymore. There's something so beautiful. But see, this is what's so precious about God, is God's like, I'm still going to have hope for you. I still have hope for you. Even though you missed a big opportunity, you never know what you missed now. Because God's going to give you hope anyway for this new beginning. All right, so we're going to leave it there because God is insisting that this is what we understand about ourselves for some reason. Let's see what Sweet Tea for the Soul has to say today. We haven't used it in a few days. Sweet Tea for the Soul, Spirit, what would you say to us today? Grits and God. Grits and God. By your endurance you will gain your lives. Luke 21:19. You want some grits with those eggs? The word grits doesn't sound all that appealing, but in southern diners, the very mention of them gets a stomach to growling in a good way. Regular grits are either white or yellow, with yellow grits being a bit sweeter and white grits offering up a subtle velvety flavor. Southerners like their grits served swimming in butter with syrup or in the form of cheese grits, which are basically grits with butter, heavy cream, cheese, and a sprinkling of crisp crumbled bacon. And if you're hungry, I apologize. I'll have to buy you lunch someday. There's more than one way to prepare grits, and there's more than one meaning of the word grit. Take the expression true grit, for instance. A person with true grit is someone who perseveres through challenges and sticks to their guns regardless of failures or setbacks. They passionately follow after their goals with unwavering courage and purpose. And remember, we had some fear yesterday along with our anger. And if you take a dog that's terrified and you try to pet it, it's going to bite the shit out of you. I'm just saying. Faith check. A man or woman with true grit is a person of indomitable spirit who fits that profile in the Bible. Who fits that profile in the Bible? Noah is one. He continued building the ark for over half a century while everyone mocked him. Abraham and Sarah believed God's promise that Sarah would conceive and bear a child at 90 years old. Moses went back to a stubborn Pharaoh again and again with the same demand, let my people go. And Jesus followed through on the plan of salvation, though it cost him his own life. Courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. John Wayne, the actor. And that's where I find myself much of the time, is terrified but saddling up anyway. So maybe that's what you're going through as well. All right, Spirit, what message do you have from Sacred Destiny by Denise Lynn? Miracles and taking risk. We have taking risk twice now, and we have miracles. So taking the risk will lead you to miracles. A new beginning and miracles, y'all. Spirit. Maybe right now you're terrified of taking a risk. The truth about miracles. You don't understand miracles, huh? Sometimes miracles can come in the form of other people. Miracles and adventures. Sometimes looking at somebody else's life and what they've made it through is a miracle. All right, Spirit, what message does the sacred landscape have for us today in this collective? Oh, tried to get healing chaos, but I didn't let it come out. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it needs to come out. Your abundance and your purity are here. But they're in reverse, and look who's on the bottom of the deck. That evil-looking funnel cloud called healing chaos. So, yeah, it's like you're going through this healing chaos, and it has something to do with your purification and your abundance being in reverse. But we're going to turn them upright anyway, and then you have abundance and purity, and still healing chaos, but at least you're not going through it pitiful and broke. Right? Right. Okay. So, all right, let's see what we can get out of the energy oracle. So some of us are just fortunate enough to have a bed to sleep in, and some of us may not be, or unsure about whether we will in the future. We have the garden and the gate, which is abundance again, and blossoming abundance. So it's like you're right outside the gate of your abundance and ready to walk through this gate. You have the key around your neck and you have to unlock the gate. But this little girl is staying inside of the safety of this gated area because she feels safer there than she does going to explore her actual abundance. Because see, it looks a little scary and unsure, like is it really going to be abundant out there, or should I be more conservative and stay here? But the place where she's at is going to run out of abundance if she doesn't move soon. All right, so what's the message, Spirit? What's the message here that we need to get about purity and abundance? The world is here. Upright. Congratulations. Oh, there's a caring connection that needs the healer of the ages. So, and you had some attachment issues here. You had become attached to somebody, it looks like, that you have a lot of fond, loving, caring feelings for. This could be your family. This doesn't have to be a lover, but it most certainly looks like it is. Young love at that. And they look like they are so in love. So what's over here is an expansion when it comes to this caring connection. So maybe you didn't get the expansion that you were hoping for when it came to this connection, but you got some healing in the process. We see your healing is coming through chaos, though. Let's find out why you have hope showing up, shall we? Let's figure out what kind of tarot to pull here. I'm going to just use this one. I hate the way these cards feel. Oh. I'm going to use them, though, because I don't want to get too complicated this morning. The Fool again and the Queen of Pentacles. Oops, 2 cards just fell out. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I'm going to see what they are and put them back. The Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. So this could be 2 people, one younger and one older. This older person is in reverse. This could be your mother. This is usually a mother, very abundant. This person likes to decorate their home. They like to dress nice. They have typically a nice place to live, a nice car, a good job, or they're just a mother. This person wears their hair in a ponytail, this masculine, or if there's a masculine here, or you may just be masculine and have a ponytail. There's been a fight between these 2 people, it looks like. This older woman and this younger man or woman. There's no gender here, so there's been a fight, it looks like. That's what there's hope for, I guess. Why is there hope for this? Because of the World in reverse, the King of Cups, the Moon, that's a Cancer vibe. The Emperor in reverse, and the Wheel. So something happened to this older man here, this father figure, this grandfather type, or this divine masculine. It's like you were so in love with this person, but then something came along and changed this, and it caused you a lot of pain in your heart. This is where your anger is coming from, is whatever happened to this Emperor right here. And it looks like you had a falling out with this Queen of Pentacles in the process. We have Taurus, we have Cancer strongly. We have Aries, and then we have all of the fixed signs. Scorpio, Leo, Taurus again, and Aquarius. This is where your pain's coming from. The cycle that was not closing out was about this love, this very love, it's a darkness though around this love. A secretive type feel when it comes to this person. This could be two men. It could be a younger man and an older man. Like it could be his son wanted very much to love him, or his daughter, reverse any roles, but they just couldn't because of all the darkness. Now they have maybe regrets. What's the wheel, Spirit? Somebody wouldn't take love, and you were hoping that this would eventually be corrected. Like, this person never would take your love. That's why they're maybe in reverse. Or you have so much love, though. I don't know how this person could not have seen the love that you had. Maybe you don't think they see how much you love them, but they see. They see that you were hoping that this could get better and lead to a lot of joy in this relationship, to a lot of reward and respect and success. They know that's what you were hoping for, if that's what you're wondering, because you're showing up here with a lot of love, honey. Ophiuchus is here with Aries. And then we have a truth coming in real quick. Somebody came in real fast and told the truth about something. So the wheel is like, I didn't get a chance to even have hope for this to get better. And it closed out, and I wasn't ready for it to close. My whole world got turned upside down here. Why is the Fool here? Everything's in reverse. So for sake of simplicity, I'm going to turn it around and imagine that whoever this is, their thinking is in reverse. Okay. So there's a Queen of Swords here. This could be any air sign. They're very smart and very independent, very educated. But when they're in reverse, they're a bitch. And it's like you haven't had any work. You can't even think about a time when you worked. Like, there's been no work for some reason. And you actually, looks like you've been looking for an opportunity, but haven't been able to find one for some reason. So, there's somebody here who can't work, and they have very strong feelings about it. Like, this is you being hard on yourself. And you're just being hard on yourself. That's why you're in reverse. Because you want to work and you're trying to think, like, is there anything I haven't done here? Is there any step that I missed so that I could figure this out, so I could have this to work? Have this work to do, or whatever work. It's Eight of Pentacles. That's like, it's like perfecting your craft. And you're very, like, I can see the Queen of Swords in you, because you are analyzing over and over again if you took every opportunity for this to work, or for you to work. You're being really hard on yourself. This is where your confusion is coming in. I don't think anybody else is being hard on you as much as you are being hard on yourself. And I think that you take a lot of pride in your work. You take a lot of pride in yourself. And the fact that you haven't been able to do this has bothered you tremendously. And it's maybe made you feel like, you know, I maybe indulged a little too much in my fantasies in the past, and now I'm having to examine my choices carefully. And maybe you had some addiction also going on, because that can also be what this card represents. You could have had addiction going on when you should have been working, and now you're looking for this opportunity and you can't find it. All right, so what does this person need to know in order to have hope? Let's see what the problem is. You need this heart of yours. You've got your heart. Oh, you are definitely an air sign, and you're not showing a bit of love. There's a child or a friend here. It's like you're a prisoner in your own head and in your own heart. This is very much a sterile, cold, I'm hurting, don't get near my heart. I'll cut a bitch that gets near my heart. And that's what this Queen of Swords is doing right here. But instead of dealing with these emotions, this person is trying to work. But your head is full of a lot of clutter, loud roaring in your head. And see, this is, in this particular deck, if you look at this Eight of Swords, normally in Eight of Swords, this person has the ability to get out. But I want you to look at this woman, okay? She can barely move her arm. And she has to unravel this whole thing. Yeah, she can easily get out of the swords. That means you can easily get out of your head. But your circumstances might be a little bit different. So it's like you're stuck in your circumstances because you can't imagine anything changing. That kind of thing. Okay, so the hope is that you'll get healing and get out of your head. Get out of this place where you feel like you're imprisoned. What's going to be the solution to that, Spirit? There's some anger here. Yeah, Leo's here. It's like you've been in denial. You're having to take a pause and think about this. You're trying to figure out, which way should I go here? There's a Leo here. King of Wands and an Ace of Wands in reverse. Both of them are in reverse. And this is somebody you're trying to figure out, do I want to be in a relationship with this person or not? Do I want to be friends with this person or not? Do I want to have marriage possibly? Look, there's Gemini showing up too. So we're dealing with a Leo-Gemini placement, combination, whatever, two different people. It's like, why are they in their head about this so deeply, Spirit? Like, what's the Two of Swords? May I see, please? This is the stalemate. Like, you're paralyzed with fear here. Why are they in the stalemate? Because of the Strength card in reverse. Everything about this Leo vibe is in reverse. And this is the healing that you're doing. You're healing from this Leo vibe. What happened here, Spirit? What happened between them and this Leo? Look, Queen of Cups came out. So there's your King of Cups' identical match. And there was a third party involved as well. This person could be a third party to a situation. This could be somebody you work with. Why is the Queen of Cups here? That's Cancer again. So something happened. This is somebody from your past that you don't have very good memories of. Why don't they have good memories? I think you love this person, but the memories aren't all that great. Sagittarius is here. It has something to do with self-control. Virgo's here also. You both could have ascending signs in those two placements, Virgo and Sagittarius. It's like, I'm trying to be self-controlled. There's my star. I see my star. I see my hope. But I have to get in this boat and I have to move towards it. And in order to do that, I've got to end something. and it's going to hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt from this ending. All right. So if you don't end this, who gets hurt? You, possibly? All right. What happens if they end it, Spirit? Huh. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. If you end it, you come out of a place where you are impoverished. You're in poverty here. This has literally got you in the poorhouse, like begging for churches to help you. There's that third party again, and a lot of sleepless nights. See how this person is outside of a church, like begging for help? This is somebody who needs help, but they will not ask for it. See how they have their backs turned to the help? It's like, I need help, but I'm not going to ask for it because I got this. I got this all on my own. I can make my own wishes come true because I'm strong and I'm independent. You might be too, because you are showing up that way. So what's the problem then? Why don't they get in the boat and get away from this person? There's my Hermit in reverse, because this is what keeps you up at night. This Hermit in reverse, coming out of this place where you feel like you're in this place here. Somebody could be in a wheelchair. You're in this place that you're up all night fighting this. You want to show love to somebody bad. You want to show love to somebody, but you won't because of somebody else. This is not a situation where you want to leave somebody to go to somebody else. It's a situation where you won't leave somebody to go to somebody else. Or you won't leave a situation you're in to go somewhere else. Because to do so would be to actually take care of yourself for a change instead of worrying about taking care of everybody else. You're somebody who's always probably taking care of other people. But see, the universe has closed the cycle now, so you might have to stay where you are. I don't know. We're going to have to pull more cards. You've got some healing chaos here. We have a thought or a phone call. You might get a letter, text message, something like that. It's not a big deal though. It's just a very small token type feel. There's a Virgo involved here. That probably was the moon we had last night. Sagittarius, like I said. So you're going to stay in an unhealthy relationship is what it looks like to me, and miss out on this hope and having all this happiness because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. That's a special kind of codependent, isn't it? All right, let's see. What do we need to know? Here it's saying not those. Okay, which ones? Okay. What do we need to know here, Spirit? This is true love. That's a lot of cards. Make it improve in reverse. Having a fling. This is your family. Self-pleasuring. Something's not for you in reverse. Getting a divorce because they got away in reverse. And true love. This is so complicated. So somebody was like, I'm not even going to try and make you prove that you were having a fling because this is a family. Okay. Or I'm not even going to try to prove to somebody that this is a fling. It has to do with your family, though. I don't know why you're having a fling in your family, but okay. You're pleasing yourself, self-pleasure. Something's not for you, but it's in reverse. So it's like you're not sure if it's not for you. You're having your divorce. Somebody got away, but I think you're in denial about that. And this is true love. So something's true love. But you're going through a divorce. You have to focus on yourself. All right, what's being hidden? Because not much. This was your choice. You have a lot of arrogance. You can't be trusted came out in reverse when it comes to your freedom. So somebody doesn't trust you to have your freedom. Maybe you don't trust yourself with your own freedom. Maybe you've been locked up in this prison for so long that you don't know how to be free. You're on the verge of telling somebody something, though. What's being shown that you feel desperate? What's going to happen next? You're going to have unsent text messages, be angry, be on the verge, and having a rebound. So, what you do when you are angry and on the verge of telling somebody how you feel is you have a rebound. And what I think this means is you keep going back to this person having this fling. You're with somebody that you will not leave. You masturbate until you can't stand it anymore. You're divorcing this person, but you're still sleeping with them. But you have true love here, and somebody can't get away from you. Clarify the true love, please. This is the thing that's all in your head. It's a lot of burden for you. It was a mistake. You feel like it was a mistake and that they will call. Somebody made, oh, no. I'm so sorry. This is an epiphany. It's like, this is all in my head. This true love is all in my head. I got a lot of burdens from this. And I'm realizing that they will call. Somebody's at their breaking point. Why wouldn't they call? Don't lose hope, okay? Somebody's a player. No shit. They're hard to read, but you can read them, and they're haunted. So, you're realizing that somebody's going to call you. Don't lose hope on this player now. Make sure you don't lose hope. For God's sake, don't lose hope on the player. If somebody has no desire to win anymore, they're haunted. They're just haunted now. They have no desire to win here. All right, give me another layer of spirit. What is going on here? How did this happen? May I see, please? There's a soul tie, divine timing, and healing of the inner child. So, you have a soul tie that you're supposed to have a reunion with. Look, that's the cycle that closed last night. You were supposed to. That's why it's coming out in reverse. The universe is saying you missed the opportunity to get your healing at the right time when it came to a soul tie reunion. What's being hidden about why they missed this? It had to do with somebody having a decision to make and having the courage to change. And I think we've already seen that or heard that somewhere. All right, what's being shown? That's why you're mad. That's why you're mad at yourself for feeling paralyzed with fear. What's going to happen next? You're going to move into your life purpose by using your intuition. You're confused. Somebody's very controlling. They need to have self-care. They need to stop isolating their thoughts. Their spirit guides are assisting them to take care of themselves and have wish fulfillment. There's been a lot of confusion. Clarify the wish fulfillment. This is something that happened in the spring. It had to do with spring and last winter being very fearful and going through a lot of darkness and not getting the nurturing and compassion from someone anymore. That's what we have here. Fall is here. You've been waiting on this person for way too long, and it was time for this. Here I go again with this intense passion that's coming out of me in beads of sweat, making me feel almost nauseated. I'm so passionate about this. Why is the dark side of the moon here? This is like your Lilith placement. Look at your Lilith. Why is the shadow side here? Because this is what you would like to celebrate when it comes to gifts and abundance. And this is also where your new beginning was supposed to start. But you kept it there was darkness for some reason. There was a shadow side to this. And I thought we saw underneath here that it was where you wouldn't leave another situation because you didn't want to hurt somebody. It feels like I have a heating pad in this pillow behind me, and I don't. Alright. Somebody feels like they sabotaged this by being separated, closed off, not seeing their part in things. Why are they celebrating, Spirit? Because they're cold-hearted. They have a lot of lack and doubt. The truth is that they have a lot of lack. They don't have doubt. They don't have any lack. They're just cold-hearted. Why is this bastard here? Because they spy on Divine Feminine from a fake account. That's why. And they're a liar. What should Divine Feminine do? Don't fight with this person. They're going to regret it. And that's what's going to make them grow up. They wouldn't surrender. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't, and they have free will, and life is a bitch sometimes. Alright, where's the masculine, divine masculine spirit? If you can even call it that. They were supposed to have a divine detour, but didn't, to start something new. They were having a lot of grief. They need to surrender, or are surrendering, and it's like card in the wrong deck alert. It's a friend type feel that's upside down. I think this friend was the new direction that they wouldn't go in. Where's the Divine Feminine? Yeah, the answer was no. Being very creative. Is there anything connecting these two? That damn cycle that wouldn't close. Last summer, somebody was released. They didn't want to be separated from their tribe, so they wouldn't end this cycle. That's what happened last summer. And so, what's going to happen to this person now, Spirit? They're going to have a lot of fear, and they're going to stop contemplating the timing, the divine timing. They're going to stop thinking about it. They're going to stop numbing. What do you mean stop contemplating this? It has to do with justice and their free will and injustice. They have to live with this choice that they made. They didn't want a commitment with you, and so therefore they do not have one. Alright, anything you want to say out of here, Spirit? The release is here again, and addiction. Spirit's saying you need to accept this person has an addiction and set some boundaries. Anything else, Spirit? Make a decision about a friendship and abundance. Alright, why? Because there's going to be regret right now for playing hard and not taking care of yourself. Regret here and now, self-care and playing hard. Somebody being unavailable and being vulnerable. Interference. What should we do here, Spirit? Master a spiritual lesson when it comes to an obsession, boundaries, and a past life love. Passion and interference. Why are we mastering a lesson here? Because of longing and a twin flame and true love. So, what it sounds like to me is that you're going to be with somebody else because you want to be with this person, but you won't leave the other person out of not wanting to hurt their feelings. You know what would hurt my feelings worse than somebody leaving me out of regret of hurting my feelings? Somebody staying with me out of regret of hurting my feelings. I don't need your pity. Thank you very much. That's what you have. You have pity. So have a pity party while you're at it. Alright, Spirit, what do we need to know here? I think we can pretty much put this to rest until next year around this same time and see if you're ready then. Spirit says you have hope, though, in spite of the the closing of the window closed for you on this relationship last night, astrologically speaking. But Spirit's saying you still have hope for something, for somebody to take a risk. I'm not seeing that in the cards. I'm seeing that in the major tarot, but not in your cards. There we go. There's your Fool. There's your Fool. It looks like the divine is still offering you hope to start this, but you're not willing to do it. And so without your willingness, this is all for nothing. Why the divine is doing that for you, I'm not sure, but you're being shown grace to start something new. All right. This is an important time in your life when you are being guided to lead from your heart, even if it makes no sense to you or anyone else, or if your mind screams at you with fear and doubt. Don't ignore what your heart is telling you. Give yourself the time and space that you need away from the noise and demands of the world and other people, so that the quiet, sure voice of your heart can be heard. Then take courage and act on what you feel. Your heart is wise and worthy of your trust. Earth Goddess, number 44. To live the dream, we have to surrender the fantasy. This can be painful. It feels like the end, when in fact it is the beginning. Once the pain passes, there is the joy of what we have yearned for coming to life. It may not be as perfect as the fantasy, but it will be real, and it can nourish us. We can build our appetite for life with dreams, but we cannot be fed by them. The soul requires real-life experiences to become fully alive, to have experiences and grow. There's a fantasy that wants to become reality for you. Don't let a few gritty moments of human imperfection prevent you from experiencing the joy of heaven on earth. So, somebody had some grit. All right. Angels, yeah. Resurrection came out. All right. Why is that here? Because of a relationship that's going to be resurrected. Cool. You're going to use your wisdom, and you're going to have gratitude also. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. All right. Here we go. This is what I'm looking for. Let's see what your best friend would say to you right now. Best friend, what would you say here? Surviving is enough. Keep your head up. Surviving is enough. Keep your head up. All right, who are you talking to, Spirit? MRRKFLO, number 12. PDDNANC, number 3. HMLPBEK, number 9. Number 1, DHIRVDH. 2 H's and 2 D's that time. There you are. CPSBEMC5. So we have CC that time. All right. Let me pull you some trinkets out of this here bowl. Spirit is amazing sometimes, guys. Just amazing. All right, here we go. All the time. Sorry, Spirit, you corrected me. We have a Catholic pendant here. Somebody might be Catholic. We have an elephant, another elephant. We have a starfish, another elephant. This one looks like a Republican elephant. An owl for wisdom, a heart that says love, a V, the letter V, in case you thought we were missing your letter, you versus you, a skeleton hand, my crown coin. Whose crown are you wearing? And she believed she could, so she did. You got this, baby. You got this, baby. I have my fortune that says, when something's impressive, follow it. Always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and loved more than you know. There's that world. Piece of turquoise. Live the life you love. An octopus or a squid. A light bulb. And that big old key. And an arrow. We saw Sagittarius was in this reading. All right, I'm going to stop here for the moment. I don't see you moving anywhere, but it says here that there's a resurrection of a relationship. You're longing for a twin flame. You've mastered a spiritual lesson. You have to make a decision about a friendship and abundance. You unpack all of that, okay? I'm going to go try to lay down again. I'm just kidding. I'm not going back to bed. I love you guys, though, and I hope that you will consider putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, making your own wishes come true, and work through this confusion. Stop isolating. Your spirit guides want you to stop isolating, okay? Your thoughts become louder when you isolate. Your healing chaos is here for sure. All right, let me know if there's anything I can do for you. All right, take care. Bye-bye.